we are going to do a little wet your palate real quick just to talk about what we just talked about so people know what they're in for. We got these glasses right here in front of us. We did a wheat, potato, corn, vodka tasting, blind. With a special guest who is a mogul when it comes to social media. So it was a pleasure to have her on. She gave a lot of insights. We had a ton of questions for her. There's some good learnings from it. She's a vodka lover, so we put this together for her. We are getting back into social media at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just going to do it. We're taking a little break.
So this is our little intermission.
A little intermission.
Okay.
Instead of building a bouquet, we'll do this.
That's okay. I think this is a good time, though, now while we're in intermission, to just talk about that. You are still on the fence of OnlyFans. And if you do OnlyFans, Sabina's going to run another account that, well, will you want us to, like, help, do
I will do what I can to sway you away from OnlyFans.
I'm actually not, like, big on the OnlyFans.
From a brand perspective.
But no, I would say you're always looking at
people hype it up. It's not... Thank you.
But isn't it true? Is it true, though, like, just real quick to close it? So there has been people doing OnlyFans that it's not just adult content. There has been businesses trying to just do it
like
to get paid
comedians
content.
also.
Comedians,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So it is a platform but
it's a more focused
and I
platform.
heard it originally
because how can I get paid for my content? But now YouTube and Instagram even are implementing paid features. So now it's kind of gone away.
That's right. I saw that on Instagram. So now they have they have a subscribe thing.
Pay to watch, yeah.
And that's going away.
The reason they build such big follower bases is because it's free content. And it's sort of like teaser content. I don't know. I think it works for some categories. It just really depends what your plan is.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work for wine.
So so as of right now, you're not going to do an OnlyFans?
No, I'm thinking about doing a Fansly. I don't even know. All I know about it is that I was watching the boxing match.
Yeah.
Between
Nick Diaz?
Yeah,
Nate Diaz.
Oh,
Nate
I
Diaz.
heard that was rigged.
Nate Diaz and Logan Jake.
What?
Paul.
I'm just saying.
It looked rigged. That's
I
what I
saw
thought
it was
after the
rigged.
fight.
Yeah.
His
That's what I
punch
thought
went
about the fight.
like this, right? But here's a real punch.
Come on. Look, if we're going to take this tangent,
I'm
going to rant to this because I like fighting. But what, you saw the fight?
Okay.
You like fighting?
So okay. First of all, Nate Diaz is a...
Did you get stung by a bee? A little bumblebee?
At least somebody noticed.
A little bumblebee.
You do look like Madonna. Like you're getting...
That's not what I want from you.
Emaciated.
You know what?
They're really cute.
Well, Madonna's fine.
Your veins are... Dude, come on. It's gross.
What?
It's gross.
I can't control.
You're going to go on that raw vegan diet? Die like that 29-year-old dumbass?
Okay, go ahead.
So Nate Diaz is a tried and true, he's a tough guy in UFC.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah, love the Diaz brothers.
Tons of fun to watch.
Dude, that guy is a beast.
And really hard to knock out. I've seen a lot of his fights. He's kind of a local legend here in Northern California. He's from Stockton. So he fights one of the Paul brothers. And grade A douchebag, right? So I think both of them are.
Yeah.
So
everyone thinks so.
So it looked totally rigged. Now, I will say that the Paul guy looked like he was in better shape. But it looked at the end of the fight, I was like, this is definitely rigged. And I'm thinking, okay, what would rig it? Well, Nate Diaz could put, a couple $1 million on going 12 rounds. And, Logan Paul. Was it Logan Paul? Or Jake Paul?
It was Jake.
Jake? I don't know.
It was Jake.
And by the way, dude had acne all over.
Who?
Jake Paul.
Oh,
which is what, steroids?
Steroids.
Yeah.
He looked all jacked up like he's done steroids, and he looked way bigger than Nate Diaz, puffy.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
swollen. So and his punches weren't super strong.
You want to hear something crazy though? And Art, first of all, Art, thank you for that ice.
I mean, Art, there's a slow-mo video of him punching Nate Diaz, and it goes over, and then Nate falls back.
But here's my thing. I'm going to tell you
I'm just saying, they caught it.
I can agree. Look, the thing is the payout. Art, if you could check this out.
It all comes down to money, man.
No, but check this out, dude. You're just going to blow your mind.
I'm with you.
Nate Diaz, and I just want to get it for the data on it, but supposedly his payout for this is going to be more than double what he's made in UFC his whole career. And he's Nate. When I heard that, I was like, dude, the guy's a beast. He's been I mean, just selling tickets since he ever started, the Diaz brothers.
So what is your Sunset Tour going to be? Okay, we got one of the grade A fighters, one of the world champions, right?
Yeah.
One of the world champions to fight Jake Paul.
Yeah.
So that Jake Paul can solidify his potential career in boxing, and you rig it. Everybody makes a shit ton of money.
Hold on, right here.
Everyone talks about it, and there's going to be a match number 2, I bet.
And even the way the announcers were talking about it, like the kids all wanted to watch this, and I would like. There was actually a UFC fight on at the same time.
Everyone was talking about it. Though.
Yeah, and
everyone.
So we watched it, and from the outset of the fight, they were like talking about how good Nate or Paul, whatever, I can't remember these guys' names. Paul, what's his name?
Jake.
Yeah,
thank you.
Jake.
So
okay, I was like,
this is how much I don't care about these guys.
Jake.
But even the announcers were like talking about how like just all focused on Jake. They were not focused at all on Nate.
Yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, he doesn't look too good. You know, he's like whatever. It's like, yeah, bullshit.
But are you going to?
Okay, it was a hype session.
After I saw the Mayweather Conor McGregor fight,
Yeah.
which was at that time the highest paying pay-per-view, right? That was like $100 a pop, I think. Like after I watched that fight, and then I just kind of like thought about it, I was like, dude, I mean, this isn't really like that entertaining because really they're just getting paid so much money, and all they really just got to do is like kind of show up and just, you know, but it's not, to me it's just not watching like a real fight, you know?
Yeah.
You got, because that technical stuff, that's why I like the MMA. It's like if they actually did MMA with Nate Diaz and stuff like that, then we actually see a fight, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't know, but you were saying that you think it's rigged. Mm-hmm. And there's a video out there where it shows his punch, and it's just kind of like, so you're saying the punch came in, it doesn't even hit him, but he acted like he got hit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's saying. She's a social media expert.
Oh.
So I take her where
not just social media.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the
True
expert.
that. Ooh, all right. Yeah.
Can we do this tasting?
Yeah, we can. After that, yeah.
Are you also a vodka expert?
Okay.
Yes.
Sabina? Okay.
So that's how this came about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Sabina's got a good idea.
Chris was talking shit to me, and
Wait,
he
do I have to put
said,
ice on this?
I mean, I prefer vodka soda.
God,
That's how I'm going to do it.
Oh, you're doing a vodka soda.
Yeah, that's how I can taste it.
And you're just
you
giving
need
me a
that?
shot?
I mean, we have vodka soda for you as well.
We will get you.
Yeah, let's...
Do you need ice?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No?
I will man up on this.
Okay, so to say the reasoning behind all this.
Yeah, so basically, I love vodka soda. That's all I drink. And he said you can never tell the difference between the different vodka. I bet you couldn't tell the difference if I gave you Tito's over Kettle. So I said, bet.
Okay, so what do we have? What are the undertones that you're expecting off of these?
Okay, so we got one that is corn, one that's wheat, and one that's potato. So we have Kettle. Well, I'm not pointing at them because I don't know. Yeah, no dog shit. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, so we have Tito's.
How about fermented?
Kettle One.
How about fermented urine from a diabetic?
That's what
No.
we're.
That's the last one at Chopin.
From a diabetic, dude. I said, so it was a staph infection.
A staph infection. Okay.
Whatever.
All right.
I mean,
yeah, whatever.
I mean,
Okay, so I'm
does it
just
matter?
pouring these.
Or okay, so the vodkas are that we are doing this blind tasting. Is did you spill it?
No.
Almost.
Okay. Don't mix them up. Keep the shot glasses in order
Okay,
because
okay,
Chad
okay.
needs to know. He's gonna yell. We know how Chad yells. Okay, there's gonna be Tito's,
Scary.
Kettle One, and Chopin, right?
Okay.
Um.
All respectable brands.
Yes.
Highly respected.
I mean,
brands,
they're all doing well still
Yeah.
to this day, right?
Are you even? You're not even like checking the proportions
I
of what
know.
you're doing there.
This is her system, I guess. So
It's okay. No, you still have to guess, and I can't wait for you to be wrong because they're all gonna taste exactly the fucking same.
So this is how this is going. Okay.
I haven't ever
For the-
tried
for-
Chopin.
It's chopping.
She
Yeah.
she didn't know who Chopin was.
You don't know who Chopin was, the composer? No. Oh Jesus, this is the problem with our next
She
generation.
had the swimsuit.
Wait, are you actually a millennial?
I don't know. I know he looks so young and energetic, but
Yeah.
We'll blame the vodka.
yeah, I'm a millennial.
Yeah, man, the
What?
schools these
Millennial?
days are really good.
Gen Z. All right. Well, she's
Okay, so we're
Millennial.
going,
She knows how to
and
speak.
are these all set
Millennial.
up left to right? So, or are they mirrored?
okay. Can we?
Ooh, that's a great question.
That's a Chad question. Chad?
1, 2, 3, left or right? for each person.
Perfect. Thank
Okay,
you.
great. Okay, so everyone has shots in front of them.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on hard 75. I don't know if anyone knows that, so I will not be partaking in this because I'm on day 35, I think.
Can't put too much.
I got you, buddy. I got you. I got them all lined up. I'll represent.
I'm
Go
plugged up,
ahead.
but Art's representing for me.
I'm starting next week, by the way.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
Yep.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna actually put a date down.
Can I actually have your shots? I put too much soda water in.
Can we? I used to.
it tastes
I'm trying to start this. If someone's listening, they're gone now. And I think video watchers are pretty much done too. Art, can you?
This is a classic. This is a classic girl move. It's like
you mixed them. Are you already? Don't mix the cups. Do you know
I'm
which
not.
is which?
1, 2, 3. I just think I put too
here.
much.
Let me help you here.
I put too much soda water.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah,
But don't.
I got it,
But
I
I
got
need
it.
those cups back.
Since
Right?
Chris is doing
Great.
his hard 75.
Yeah. And then good.
Perfect.
Okay, now
Okay.
everyone's
Didn't
good.
you use
I'm
your
glad we
pen
had
to
those.
stir it?
Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
Chris's were all water. Sorry.
All right, let's just fucking A. Can we just thank you, Chad, for respecting my hard 75 biceps.
Okay, I'm gonna do the smell test.
Okay, so we're all testing. Just for you that aren't watching, Sabina has chosen to mix her shots with soda water and ice. That's how she does it. That's okay for this competition. We've allowed it. Joe is going straight from the shot glasses. And then in our control room, we have Art and Chad, and they're just pounding shots. They're partaking too. And they say that they're not going to cheat. And we're going to try to decide which one is Tito's,
Shit.
which one is Kettle One,
They
and
taste
which
so
one is
similar.
Chopin. Vodka.
Number 1 is rubbing alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what
I was gonna say-
Johnson & Johnson.
I thought this was cleaning solution, but okay. Oh man.
And does everyone have a pen? You can, if you want to write your notes. Do you want
Number 2 tastes even more like cleaning
Do you want to
solution.
write notes? I know how you like to do that on your tastings. Can we get tasting profiles from you right
Do
now?
you think that the amount of hand sanitizer we had to use during COVID made people go away from vodka? Because this all tastes like hand sanitizer.
All of it? So not to you, nothing tastes different? Dude, look at Sabina. See, she's a true professional. Look at her.
Okay, I
She's
get
writing it down.
I get a little more sweetness on
Art,
the nose
is that
on this. I'm gonna go left wheat, center potato, right.
Just write
Corn.
it down
Okay, wheat.
so we know. You don't change it.
Number 1, tasting these, smelling them on their own, you can get very small differences, but it almost seems like it's more of a processing error. So they maybe like changed their heads and tails cuts or something like.
Hold on, it's opening up.
It's opening up.
Are you still working on it? He was like,
I mean,
I
I
launching
changed
into
my
his whole-
mind. Okay.
But I do get some slight differences, but viscosity wise, no difference. Like they all remind me of hand sanitizer. That's it.
All of them.
Unscented hand sanitizer.
Okay.
Just the straight up shit that like the CDC was cramming down our throats.
But you're saying one is wheat.
I'm going with, because I get a little more earthiness on the left, so I'm going wheat on the left. The one in the middle kind of tastes like shit, so I'm going potatoes. And then the one on the right had a little bit of a sweet nose, so I'm going corn.
So that's
I don't know what to say.
But aren't these all just levels of shit to you?
Yeah, they're all levels of shit. These could have come out of a pig's ass, a dog's ass, a steer's ass, whatever.
Okay, but all animal.
It could have been all animal shit.
I guess that's
Yeah.
I guess we are all animals.
That's actually originally what I had as
Is
well.
there any? Wait, hold on. A
Yeah,
question.
I'm agreeing with you on that one.
Is there anything that has a butt that's not an animal?
What?
Okay.
I'm not
Oh,
Googling that.
whatever the fuck
We-
else. That's right. Okay.
Wait, where are you going with this?
A sea cucumber.
Thank you, Chad. No, I don't think it has a butt though, bro. Sea cucumbers? No.
What about a starfish?
They don't have butts.
Are they not an animal?
They.
They are.
They're
Yeah.
Sea anemone.
Yeah. Well, so I said not an animal. Non-animal. We can come back to
Okay,
that.
we'll come back to this.
I don't think
Okay.
we'll ever come back
Let's
to
finish.
that,
Yeah, I don't think we're actually going to come back to that. Yeah.
Okay, so Joe, you got yours.
So
Okay.
Joe thinks 1 is Kettle, 2 is
Chopin.
Chopin, and 3 is Tito's. That's
Yes.
what you think.
Yes.
So I think
Okay. Oh wait. Thank you. Oh, there is it.
There's the anus right in the middle.
For the record, starfish have anus. I was
Is that the top or the bottom?
They have an anus.
Okay.
And just so you know, when you do pick up a starfish, the anus is in the middle on the top.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Dude, how many pictures have been taken with the starfish on someone's face?
Wait, they actually have eyes at the ends of their.
They got a lot of stuff going on.
And it's on opposite eyes.
Dude,
too.
they have eyes on each.
On
arm.
each one.
Yeah, on each one. Are there any cultures that eat starfish? I've never heard of starfish being eaten.
I don't think so. Is there meat inside?
Now, aren't you glad I asked this question? Look at the journey it's taking us on. Now we gotta find out what eats starfish.
Art, do any humans actually eat starfish as like part of their cuisine?
And if they do, guess what we're gonna be eating on one of our podcasts?
And I want the preparation. I will do it.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys got that challenge accepted. We're eating
That
starfish.
would be
if they're edible.
I still got the wrap that you guys haven't done yet.
We still got that challenge, and we still have a hard 75 that Joe says he's gonna give us a date today.
Yep. So that'd be the weirdest thing I've ever eaten.
He's like, why am I?
I'll let you two finish.
Sorry.
So
Let's finish this.
okay, so what do we got?
Oh.
That looks like a fried starfish.
If you are
it's burning.
not watching, we were bringing up starfish can actually be eaten, and it looks like we're looking at one that was fried.
Oh, you're gonna.
And then you
kind of
open it up. I kind of feel bad for this starfish.
I know.
What do I feel? It says they do not taste
Have a
like
flavor similar to sea urchins and the Chinese river crab.
Mm.
Huh?
Well.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Let's get back to this vodka thing. Let's
go.
Let's put this down once and for all. So,
Yeah.
Are we ready? Art, what was your lineup?
Wait, so I think the opposite of you. I think it's Chopin Kettle Tito's.
I'm thinking that first one is the best one. The second one tastes like garbage, and the third one is definitely Johnson & Johnson's rubbing alcohol. So
number one is your favorite.
yeah, let's go with that one. Yeah.
And what do you think it's made out of? Corn, wheat, or potato?
I'm gonna go with your assessment with wheat.
Okay.
Okay.
And you have
I originally agreed with you, but now I think it's potato, wheat, corn.
Okay, got it.
So
All right.
Chopin's number one for you.
Let's release
Number
the
two is kettle.
let's release the info. Chad, what do we have? What was the number one glass?
They were actually in alphabetical order, so number one is the Chopin, which is potato. Number two is the kettle.
I
And
mean,
number
Is this
three
you?
is
You-
Tito's.
Yeah.
I told you.
She did it.
You did it.
I told you.
Okay.
Did you cheat?
I did.
You
I didn't cheat. I know my vodka.
So do you think that when you
Wow.
retire from
Hey.
being a social media mogul that you're going to pick up
she's
vodka
now-
tasting?
I mean, probably.
Wow. Good job. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
thanks.
Okay, you know your vodka. So which is your favorite out of those? Which was the one that you drink?
I
usually?
love Kettle.
You love kettle.
It's my favorite. Any wheat-based vodka.
Okay.
Have you tried the grape-based vodka?
Yeah. They're all bad.
They're terrible.
It's like, I have nothing good to say about vodka.
Ugh.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was
So
exciting.
we know that Sabina is also vodka connoisseur and taster. Do you know where it was made? Where it came from? Do we have all those details? Can we do that? Because that happens, right? So these like your favorite. Oh, watch this. I'm gonna open up. Yeah, I'm gonna open up Somms. He loves to talk about Somms. When it. Hold it. Okay.
Shaking.
I was just gonna say that there are some Somms that that you've met that are able to taste a wine and actually say the vintage, where it came from.
Yeah.
Like you've come across those people.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's pretty cool, right? So that's a cool thing about Somms, isn't it?
Oh, if you're playing Guess Who, I mean, what? I'm not.
Point. Like, why
So,
is
okay.
that? Why is that useful information? That's a good point.
Exactly. So, like, when I go to a restaurant,
That's a very good point.
I don't ask the somm like, oh, is there a wine you're interested in? Oh, I'm thinking of something slightly savory, maybe a touch of minerality, a pop of citrus in there, maybe something that has some calcified fossil character. And he's like, I have the perfect thing for you. It's a 1983 Chablis from blah, 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 blah. And you're like, perfect, let's do that.
Yeah.
That's never how it happens. Never in the history of a purchase has that happened.
Never. That's a very good point.
So, if you're out there and you're able to taste something and tell us where it's from and what vintage it is, that's cool. But it really does nothing.
It's kind of a racket. Yeah. And speaking of which, I had a conversation or an interview with the Somm Journal this morning.
Ooh.
Oh, this morning.
Good magazine.
Yeah. You've been in that. You've been in the Somm Journal.
I have, yeah.
On the cover.
But they're a good magazine in the sense that like their articles are actually like pretty in depth. They're fun to read. Like I really like what they're doing, and they're kind of a ratings publication. I guess they are a ratings publication, but like that's not their. It doesn't seem to me that that's their primary focus, and I really like that. Where they I think allow people to kind of interact with wine a little more on their own personal level rather than say buy this and drink this and so fun conversations. But I'll always say it, there are some really good Somms out there.
Yes.
It's just the few, like call it like 10% of the Somms that make a horrible reputation for them.
Yeah.
So I have an idea. Why don't the 90% of them get together and just, I don't know, tie up the feet of all the bad ones, drag them through the ocean.
This is what it is. You just don't say anything.
Be easy. It'd be dude.
Just let him vent.
Don't.
I mean, what do you think? There's what 10,000 Somms?
He wants you to.
You just need to round up 1,000 people
And take them to a fair? Like a carnival? And have fun?
Yeah, at the bottom of the ocean.
Okay. Like Little Mermaid? Like where everyone could breathe under there? Okay, but you brought up a good point, though. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but you have been in Somm Journal, and didn't they do an article on you about social media?
Yeah.
And you were also in that article.
You were as well.
But but didn't you also like were you also in an interview? Didn't you say?
Yeah.
That's I didn't know. I just gave facial expressions, but that didn't come out in the magazine. They were good ones. It was just a smile and whatever, but that was really cool. I want to give you guys like that's awesome though. That was really cool because it's like I think that's even more recognition of this thing that we're all talking about with the social media and the.
Well, that's back to my point of how are we doing it differently?
Yeah.
I mean, it's great that people are recognizing it, and I, like you said, I hope that people jump on board.
Do you get because I know we talked about bringing people in, the abundance. People have actually, with the seminars that we've done and kind of telling people, hey, you can do this, give them tips. Haven't you had people like tell you like, hey, dude, I just saw this TikTok of you. You need to not do this.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about?
I've had people in our company do that. Like, be like, I've got like people that are buying our wines that are like, not impressed with this. And
Salespeople?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Like twice.
Oh. Was there a little bias to?
Neither of them are with us any longer.
Okay, so if it was
wait, they're not here anymore.
I mean, they're still alive, but they're not in the company. Yeah.
R.I.P.
That was on a past one. That was a good.
All right, I think we should run through some of these questions because there's a lot of stuff here.
Let's go.
So, in one sentence or less, Sabina.
Oh.
Or 2 sentences or less. When do you think your line of work will be replaced by AI?
You lead with that one. You're such a dick, dude.
I honestly don't think it's such an ever-changing platform, and I think people really enjoy the genuine aspect of it, the humanality components. People don't like when people use filters, for example. So why would they like computer-generated content? It just doesn't make sense to me, and I don't think, like, even when you use it for captions, when it first came out, everyone was like, oh, great, let's use this for captions. I don't know. For me, social is not about checking the boxes and getting your job done. If it was, I would use AI for it, right?
Yeah.
It's about how do we spark a conversation? How do we make it go viral? How do we snowball this brand, right? And for that exact instance, I don't think AI will be.
I agree. I don't think AI is going
option.
to be able to touch at least our work in this industry on a social media standpoint.
Yeah.
Well, I think what the concern is that
It can, and it will check the box. But again, checking the boxes doesn't do shit,
well,
as we know.
Yeah, if it's not authentic, and there's a real push. It's funny because the adoption of AI has been so rapid.
Yeah.
But also the migration.
It's because people are lazy.
But all the migration of people to authenticity at the exact same time, and oftentimes I think the same person, where they're utilizing AI to their benefit, but then they expect everything that they're consuming to be super authentic.
Yeah.
So their output is fake, their intake is real.
That's a great point.
So I think that's a really, I don't know where this leads, we'll see. But I think it's going to come down to like live music venues. That's going to be so much more appreciated than it was.
Oh, cool.
Over the last couple of decades, like back to like the 40s, 50s, and 60s, where before you really had access to good music that you just play on your phone.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, no, now I want to see the people live, actually doing that shit, and get like the real experience of it. Wine will never be replaced by AI, and so I think that social media around wine will never be replaced by AI either.
You sound like a true influencer, bro. Speaking it.
Fuck off.
Preaching it. Okay. So the sound when people are going around saying say oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
5 years ago, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Is
Like in somebody's ear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But it's
maybe
not.
that.
Oh yeah, it's.
No, can you do it, please? Just do it.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
But it's
what? Wait.
But it's always guys doing it.
No, wait.
Yes.
Wait. Is it? Oh yeah.
Not oh, it's like a huh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. That's it. You try. Oh yeah.
That's it. That's it.
That was so good.
Man.
So guys, all over myself. I was so excited. I was just saying that we were asking this, and this was something to think about. But like, so I heard this. It was going around again. I was like, this has been going around for so long. We should do
It's
something.
going around again?
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
because you watched it on Reels.
Oh, wow.
So technically, it goes around
if you
again.
just,
Wait,
if
hold
you
on.
are not in the know,
I want
just got
to
checked
hear
hard.
Sabina's opinion on this because you just
Yeah.
watched it on Reels, like
Yeah.
like basically
Yeah, we heard that.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So it's like Sabina's generation was hearing and seeing this shit 5 years ago, and now anybody on
Well, not
Instagram
that
is just
far.
now
Let's
seeing
not-
it.
it's
I
not
wouldn't
far.
even go generational gaps, right? Just platform users. It happens first on TikTok,
Yeah.
and then within 3 to 4 months, then you'll see it on Instagram. And it's like someone sends you a video,
Yeah.
and you're like, it's kind of cringy, you know?
This is true. I have seen this.
But this is also pretty cool though too, like for strategy, right? Because when
Smart,
you are
yes.
posting on TikTok, you're gonna
As a
have an
brand.
Instagram as a brand.
Yeah.
I'll let you take it, because right, you're
No,
gonna
I fully agree.
you post you're posting something on TikTok. You can have in your mind this is gonna be good stuff for Instagram, and I can do it months later, and it's
Well, and
gonna be
that's-
like fresh.
But that's
Yeah.
something you guys are doing, is that you're taking the TikTok content and then maybe adjusting it a little bit, but
Yeah.
then reposting it
Not
on.
only that, but
Yeah.
whichever ones perform well organically, we're putting paid media behind. So I just got put onto our brand ads. So whatever ads we're running online. And it's like, it's a no-brainer when something performs well organically. Put a paid media behind that versus creating a whole brand new bottle opener, like opening the bottle and pouring. It's like, put spend behind it. If it does well, put it on a different platform and put paid media behind it.
Okay.
Put common sense back on the table.
And
you know?
And my thing was, I want to do like a podcast for like a section or something. This would fit into whatever the fuck else, really. But if you'd be interested too, is you find these things that are gone viral for so long, and then where was the original? Can we find the original? Where it came from?
Like the
I know
very,
you
very
When
first
it's
one.
so
love
many-
that.
so
I'm
many
curious why you
variations.
love that.
I just like it, because why don't we go to someone and we find the original? Just if the origin is
Just
a
to
fun
ask
thing.
them why.
Yeah.
Well,
Why?
let me bring it back to like.
Well, think about wine.
Let me
You don't care?
no. Let me go back to.
don't care? Am
Let me go back to our
He likes
origins, right?
origins.
So
Yeah.
we didn't grow up with social media, so we didn't have it at all, and so we would go back to movies we loved, right? Or there may have been phrases in
Films.
sitcoms,
Films
films, yes.
VHS.
Or
Yes,
let's say
there we go.
phrases in like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, right?
Alrighty.
Yeah. So we know exactly where that first came from, right? And
Yeah,
it
that's
became
pretty-
part of our culture.
Yeah.
It's a reference point.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't have the accountability of the creator of that original piece of content in social media. Because once somebody jumps onto it, like, I think it'd be great if somebody kept a catalog of, like,
That's
I think that I do agree with Chris on this.
I
agree with
mean,
him.
Finally.
okay, that's fair.
Oh my
Hearing it
gosh,
like that, that's fair. And I think a lot of people do know where
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, I will be.
That's it.
What was that? Are we having an earthquake?
I don't know. Now I'm just trying to do it in different accents.
You're getting pretty good at it.
Do it as Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, yeah.
He's good at accents.
That was pretty
Did you know
good.
that?
That was pretty
He's
good.
really good at accents. But
Just
if
certain
once you get him
accents.
started,
Do
he
it
won't-
as Toby
he won't
Keith.
Stop though. Dude,
Do it as Toby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
who is that?
Toby Keith.
Oh,
He's a country singer. You
I know.
wouldn't know because
Yeah, you
you
would
listen to
know.
shitty music.
I agree.
oh my god, dude. God, it was like, country's cool.
So, okay, so I do want to ask, so would you consider me to be an influencer?
Absolutely.
Okay. Why?
I mean, the amount of people that
why don't
I've
I get paid?
Because you're an influencer.
That's a great question. So,
I mean, I've never tried, but like, if you reach a certain level, don't you get like they pay you?
yeah, so the perception of an influencer,
You have been getting money. She's taking the money.
I mean,
Oh,
I just,
she's got the access to my account.
I literally just showed up in a brand new Porsche. So. Could you imagine this whole time? Could you imagine?
She's raking in like $1 million a year.
Oh God!
So we want to explain this. Why?
Imagine
why
if
is
it was
Joe?
that small.
Why is Joe not getting paid?
So, okay, the perception of an influencer is that you just get paid right off the bat. But by who and by what? So, it's different per platform. So, YouTube pays very well, and we're actually have you signed up and we're working on that, and you get paid for any second over the minute mark. So, they flat out pay you.
Oh.
TikTok pays as well, but they pay pennies. So on TikTok, you get payment from brand collaborations. So if you're an influencer and you're just a lifestyle influencer and you get a clothing brand to, I don't know, sponsor you. So you wear their clothes and you say, click the link in my bio to buy these clothes,
Yeah.
right?
And then it's an ad.
They'll
technically,
send you
right?
a bag. Yeah.
Now, strategy overall about
Yes.
social media. What is the end goal? Is it to have people subscribe to your YouTube to
Are you talking
get
strategy
more of a captive
for you?
audience?
Like
I
for
think
us?
I think in general, like, what are all these other platforms? Just as an example, all these other platforms are just a vehicle to drive people to one platform where you have more of a captive audience. Is that?
I think that question that you just asked, what is the goal? That's what everyone needs to ask themselves. There's different categories. So if I just wanted to be an influencer and just wanted that to be my full-time job and I have to make a living off of this, I will be on every single platform. I will be taking so many brand deals. I will be working on my content and making it pristine just to show the quality of my work, right? If I was a brand, I think my goal would be brand awareness. Again, that involves all the platforms, but that's where a KPI becomes the views versus followers or comments or engagement, that sort of thing. I think it's just views. It's technically ads is what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay, I see that. So we're putting out advertising more or less. But when I think about it is like, how do we get to a point where the audience that enjoys, coming across one of our TikToks by happenstance, right?
Yeah.
When they like it and they're like, oh, I'm more interested in this.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you get them to make that jump over to a more secure platform? I don't know what you want to call it. Like, I look at YouTube as being something that people are actually, they're taking in that content more on a, like, I'd relate it to like television, right? It's not flash in the pan. It's not, it's something where they're actually dedicated to whatever information you're putting out there, so they're going to watch your channel. So is that the apex of it? Or, I mean, we can go back to the OnlyFans conversation we had.
Yeah.
So you're just using Instagram. If you're a model and you're trying to drive traffic to your paid platform of something like OnlyFans, you're just putting out all the kind of vanilla content and then trying to drive them into...
teaser, yeah.
Yeah, the teaser. So, in trying to drive them to the paid platform.
That's a great strategy.
So, well, that's a great strategy, but in a world where I'm not spreading my open and, that kind of thing.
There it is.
I mean,
there he is.
I guess we have to change the content
There he
sheet.
is. They kicked in again. I was like falling asleep, dude, until you really woke me up with that.
So with that said, like, is it YouTube that is the most secure as far as like passionate viewers?
I think that's a subjective answer in my opinion, because you're going to view different platforms as king based off of how you use the platforms. I think every platform is different per user. A lot of people still really enjoy Instagram because they're connecting with their friends. TikTok, you're not connecting with your friends, but it's entertainment, pure entertainment. And then YouTube is long form videos. So it's whatever style of content that you like to absorb is what you're going to favor, I think. But when it comes to what your strategy is and what your goal is, then there's a different answer. Like we said, if it's your full-time job and it's payment, then focus heavier on YouTube because they have a bigger payout. So I think it just really depends on your goal.
So we're building brands is what we want. We want awareness of what we do in the wine industry in general, and to build our brands personally and also as an industry.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our goal, and that seems like it's a much more delicate process. Like, it's not just here's the recipe, boom, 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 I'm there.
That's true.
Where if I'm like, okay, people like my content, now I want a Birkin bag, so I'm going to collaborate with Birkin or whoever the fuck makes those.
Yeah, we're not looking for a payout.
Yeah. So we want to build trust with our viewers and potentially future consumers of our products through that, and have them be kind of not just lifelong enjoyers of our wines, but also like just constantly wanting to learn more about what it is we do and participating, which that's where I think TikTok is great, and that's where I think YouTube fails.
Yeah, because I heard authentic engagement, those are really the platform for TikTok.
But we're getting into conversation about authentic. I think it's also interesting to note that now you have a world where it's not just influencers that are getting paid. There's influencers that have money that are paying to get their shit pushed. Like,
give me an example.
Think of it as reverse. So, for example, if you have... So there is accounts that really have high traffic are like meme accounts. So accounts that have been around for a long time, that's like the funny shit, right?
Yeah.
That people always want to see. So sometimes you'll be watching some of these like meme accounts, and then all of a sudden you got some girl like twerking in a thong. Like it's not vanilla, bro. It's like, it's pretty like, you're like, whoa. It's like, this just popped on in a meeting right now.
So that's his algorithm.
I was going to say each their own. I don't know what to say.
Hold on, though. But that's what the point I'm making is if someone follows one of these meme accounts, they're just looking for the funny stuff, right? And then all of a sudden that thing pops up because but
hold on, that pop-up is paid for by whoever the person is. That
I'm just saying they're able to be like, hey, I want to be something, right? Like I have an OnlyFans account and I want to get people to be coming to it. So I'm going to go find, say, like a popular like meme account thing.
Yeah. So what these accounts do, they build up huge accounts, they get a ton of followers, a ton of engagement, and then they advertise and say, if you want to be featured on our page, you have to pay us $10,000.
Ah, okay.
And so then then that's when it'll pop up. And it's so funny. You should read the comments. Like people get all fucking pissed. They're like getting all the time. They're like, I was in a meeting. I turned on this thing. I want to see something funny. I want to see a cat swinging from like a dog's head, and I got like this girl doing something weird with a banana. Yeah, dude. Like, and that wasn't me commenting, but I'm just saying there's.
So that's a different route. That's a different route.
Yeah. So it's just like my exchange, and there's like that's what I think is really going to be interesting is like authenticity. Like how do we keep forging this? Because I just read an article. We were talking to you about this, about fake podcasts.
Which
What do you? That's
This is real, by the way. This is a real podcast, right?
Yeah, we're actually doing it. That was actually recommended.
I felt like you were asking yourself.
Wait, no,
You're
yeah,
like,
wait.
I'm actually really doing
Wait,
this.
so as opposed to actually sitting in a room together and talking about subjects.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
watch
basically
here.
what I would do, I would set up a camera right here, right in front of me. I would have the mic and everything, and I would talk to nobody. But I would talk as if I was on a podcast, which would build credibility, like I was the expert.
Like right here, look at this. One of the more well-known cases of fake podcasts to go viral. See, and this guy V Shred, I've actually followed that. I follow him because this is what they'll do to build
He just sets up
credibility.
the camera, and then that clip gets
Like right here.
posted onto his socials.
But he's not actually talking to somebody.
No, and
Or they
To
could,
be
or they
honest-
could be, but they're acting like, hey, I'm being interviewed on a podcast. It somehow now people see these clips of podcasts. It's like building credibility. So it's
I
like,
think it's pretty creative. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
there you go. See,
I think it's very creative.
Until
Is that
your
the hustle?
viewers realize that you're just full of shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if they're above board about it and they're like, oh, I'm just like, if this guy's commenting on a video just to, give his reaction in kind of a podcast scene, I guess. Mm-hmm. I can see that because that's pretty obvious. Now,
I will
if
say,
he's totally faking a podcast,
Yeah, so that video on the right, or that image on the right, that's
play
the
that?
clip right there. It's just him talking to nobody. But they're filming it as if he's talking on a podcast. So it makes
and
him
these
look
aren't
like
like
the
there's
expert.
no long form version of this. It's just that clip.
Yeah, I mean, because you have to get creative with your hooks, which is why, so when you're scrolling, a hook can be visual, right? So what is going to be the thumb stopper? And when you see the microphone and the headphones, you think to yourself, this person has something to say.
Yeah.
And you want to stop and listen.
Okay.
I think it's kind of creative.
like we have clips of
Yeah, but we're actually
Go with your
pulling our
palate.
clips from.
yes,
An
they're
actual
real. That's what I'm
podcast.
saying. This is
Yes.
a real podcast.
So this is
but-
like a very short. This is like a TikTok podcast. This is like 15 seconds of just like I'm going to say something that's
Yeah.
exciting
Yeah.
with a
Oh, there's-
key visual and that's it. So, and that's how they gain followers. Okay, I can
Or
see that.
maybe they're trying
As-
to make a point.
I mean,
don't
as
know.
long as they're not trying to totally fake it, because that doesn't sound like it's faking it. That just sounds like a short form podcast.
just going back to that one
Yeah.
that I followed.
That's true.
That guy, like, I actually follow his stuff, and when I'm listening to his actual content, like and I just have like personal training background, like I'm like, this is actually pretty legit. Like, I'm cool with
Yeah.
it. So it sounds like you did make a good point.
Because
If-
you don't want to just be speaking to a camera that's boring and a lot of people will scroll past it. So how do
Like,
we
I
make
think-
it visually
Yeah.
interesting for viewers?
if you have it, if you have the, you're good with sayings. If the proof is in the pudding, right? Like if you're able to, if you know you got something good and you're just trying to get your reach and get out there, like if you can back it up, then is anyone really going to care? Like, wait, you were really on a podcast? Dude, how could you, man?
Well, I guess
That's
I
like-
look at that as just like
that's
snippets
what you're
of
saying. You make a
information.
good point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is creative.
All right. So, but this is not. But just so everyone, this is real. This is actually real.
This
We
is
have-
real,
we
and
actually-
I'm
we
not
actually
planning
put time
to
and
do
energy.
short form, except for the edits that Chad provides us.
And
Yeah.
please subscribe
do
to
chop them up
YouTube
and post
so Joe
them.
could get paid. Joe, we need views. Like,
Yeah, Joe needs
subscribe
his
everywhere
bag.
to Apple, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. But yeah, YouTube, because Joe has been asking about money a lot. He's asking, "Where's the money?"
I think because he's planning our Vegas trip. That's probably why.
I'm glad you brought. Thanks for bringing me back to that.
Yeah,
So
you're
Joe did
welcome.
say that when we reached 400K, that we would go on a special Vegas trip.
I said 1 million.
for the social.
It started at 100K,
It
by
started-
the way.
Actually, gosh, I'm so glad you're
You
here,
guys are full
Sabina.
of shit. It was a million.
This is not.
We
this is
have
what
a
happened.
contract.
We do. And we do we have a comment? Do we have it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you did. But I just wanted to get that on record. It was 100K. I think at the beginning, because you just thought you're like, oh yeah, you guys, whatever. I didn't do anything.
I mean, and if we talk about authentic and trustworthy.
Wow. I know. So are you a man of your word, or
Oh,
if you cannot,
You
if you're
know
not
people-
watching
I
right
don't- I
now,
don't
you know
sorry.
people do it this
Yeah.
way now. It's a cool way to do it.
like this backwards.
Yeah, no, the thumb out. It's cool. Right?
wait, are you sure? Is this a new? Really?
It's the new way to do it.
A backwards middle finger?
With the thumb out.
Wait, when
Apparently.
you're saying it's cool, are you saying like, so is this bad? If someone, is it still like a, is it still a fuck you?
I mean,
or-
how does
that
it
that looks
feel?
more like fuck me, like where I'm, I'm just being
You've
like,
been doing this to me for weeks now, and I just thought you were flipping yourself off.
yeah. I think
And
that's
I was
I think
just
that's
like,
what it
gosh,
is.
she's so hard on herself.
I think it's a practical joke.
It's a practical joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Oh
believe
my
it.
God.
See, you get that's what you get for having 6 kids that mess with you all the time, huh? You're like, I got that joke.
I heard a great practical joke.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, I'll tell it. It's so I guess the guys who wrote or produced Airplane, the movie, like the old school
Yeah.
movie in like the 70s, I think. So they came up with this practical joke that they wanted to do at like the Kentucky Derby or something. And so they actually raced a horse 3 times until they finally got it. They didn't want to win the race.
Yeah.
They just wanted it to run around the inside of the ring, like as close to the guardrails as possible.
Okay.
Right? That's all they cared about because they wanted the announcer. Well, first of all, they named their horse All Pink. That's what it was.
Okay.
And so they wanted the announcer to yell out, "It's all pink on the inside." And on their 3rd try, they finally got it. That is dedication to one of the dumbest fucking ideas I've ever had or heard
3
of.
times? It took him 3
It took
times?
him 3 times
Oh my
of buying a horse and entering it into a horse race. And that's not a cheap game.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Worth it.
Okay. Yeah.
it's like, yeah, well, you know what? It made those 3 guys really happy.
Yeah.
That was their win.
I think that sounds like a rosé shirt.
Well, there was the fat Jew, that guy,
Yeah.
that he had his babe. And I never see these wines anymore.
What happened to that?
Right
His-
when you
his
said the
lines.
fat Jew, I have not seen him in so long.
Yeah, he's kind of
What
disappeared.
happened to him?
What did happen?
Because he
to
was
him? Can we
he
figure
was
that
like
out?
he was an
Is it like-
Instagram social media mogul.
Art, find out what happened.
Is it like a Kanye deal?
So-
well, he's one of the. I mean, come on. That,
So
that
he
was
had
when it was the
White
great.
Girl Rosé, right?
Yep.
Family Time is Hard Pinot Grigio, and Babe the canned rosé. I think it was like a seltzer or a sparkler or
Yep.
whatever. So, but that was his thing. He put billboards up like throughout the country, and it said "We're all pink on the inside" with his White Girl Rosé. Like I thought that was hilarious. Like,
Whoa,
Jesus
I didn't
Christ.
know about
Yeah.
the
Talk about
billboards.
doing
Yeah.
it differently. That guy knew how to do it different.
Would you do
Mm-hmm.
that for your rosé? No,
Fuck no.
you're sure?
No. We're a little too real for that. We fuck around a lot on
Yeah.
what we talk about, but no.
But also quality of that other rosé versus ours.
That was a hard no. I get that.
Yeah. But that was okay, so there's a good example. So he had his following, he had his popularity. It has since, I assume, fizzled out. He was a meme god though.
Yeah.
Like that was
Yeah.
his big thing.
I don't know.
He would just push memes. And then he was his own character that was wild and he'd show up at events and stuff. Like we did an event with him in Miami. And it
Oh,
was like
really?
at a roller skating rink and like he was just he's wild.
Oh wait, you met him?
I know.
Cocaine's an amazing drug. Not
Whoa.
for me, but obviously for him.
Yet he was the fat Jew.
Wait.
I think the fat Jewish. Oh yeah. Yeah, well,
Right?
I know. Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess we're trying to find out what happened to him.
Wait, so AB InBev.
Oh, they bought.
Oh, that was 2019.
It goes on to say they shut it down, basically.
Oh.
Oh. Can you pull up his Instagram account?
Are you sure you want to do that? But no, that was a period of time. That was kind of pre TikTok.
Do you think it's
Yes.
Right.
it
That was like right at the end of, or right before TikTok started, and you had these like super popular influencers like him that were just total goofballs. And yeah.
Well, follow me on this, but I think it's kind of like the analogy. I think is almost kind of like mixed martial arts fighting. And this way I see it is that you have, it's
the
always
fact
evolving and changing. And do you think it's that it somehow changes or evolves out of like what they had mastered? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's almost had like as it's changing because right, because now we're like so much more into video.
Yeah. Video is king.
But is he 9.8 million followers?
I love his bio. The fat Jewish. He's a teens and kids website. And then he says, "My mom fucked Shel Silverstein in 1971. Seriously. Pronouns, we them boys."
Oh my god. It's pretty good.
Oh man,
Dude, for him to say
great.
like his website.
He was like the original influencer. He sort of like paved the path for other influencers, I would say.
That male pictures are creeping me out.
Yeah.
That's Heidi Klum.
Whoa,
Oh, yeah,
that's what she looks like now.
She did.
Wow.
What date is that? 40 weeks ago? Wow, so he's just done.
Yeah.
Oh, like he hasn't posted anything in that long?
That one was
Wow.
40 weeks.
All right. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's it. That I think, Chris, you have a good point. Just thinking about it, like, so when does like our TikTok lose relevance? Then you guys don't have a job anymore.
I think we already covered that wouldn't happen, and
well, so I think it's diversity, right? So let's know that
I've been paid out pretty well from TikTok, so I'm good.
she's set for life, man. Don't worry about her.
Good.
it would just look like that.
So I think there's like
40 weeks ago she posted she was like off at the Bahamas.
So did the Fat Jewish ever do a podcast or get on YouTube? I have no idea.
Art is like just on overtime right now.
No, so, but I'm assuming
overtime.
because I never heard of any of those things that I think he just stuck to one platform.
No.
Yeah.
So how are you going to evolve? And that's something that we always talk about. That I always want to know, like, what's coming up? What's the new platform? Because you never know, like, what is possibly going to be.
Which is where your head should be at.
The next TikTok. I mean, maybe you even have to think about it like more from a regional standpoint. Like, there are all these little small social media things that are popping up, but they're, I don't know, they seem like they're biased in one way or another. Mm-hmm. Like they're a social media platform made specifically for a certain mindset. They're very small in comparison to Instagram and TikTok, but there is a very passionate group that's following that. Do you start to segment out like that, or is that? I mean, that's where you end up having like an entire team if you're trying to.
That's the thing. So I like to focus on energy versus return. Yeah. And the return that we've gotten from TikTok is just unbeatable to the point where it's like, why would we tailor our content to other platforms? I still think that we use the other platforms. I just think going in, you tailor it to the platform who's serving you best, right? Giving you the best outcome.
Yeah.
So that's why, at least for now, I mean, it changes. It'll be changing once a month. It'll be changing it'll change all the time. But for now, I think we go in tailoring our content to TikTok just because that's the highest return.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think it's
but still incubating some of the stuff on the side.
Correct.
Yeah.
And keeping your eye out for what's next.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry too much about, and we were talking about this too, is that it used to be all about the followers, right? And then
that's right.
It got this whole oversaturation of fake followers and people following ghost people, like, bots and whatnot.
So that goes back to the fake follower thing.
Yeah. It goes back to the fake follower thing. And so now it's all about the views. And you can have the traction, and we were pointing this out too, is that even with like Instagram, it's like Instagram, you're following like on Instagram much different than TikTok. It's much less, but you still have videos that like hit 1 million, 2 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, the platforms are set up so differently. On TikTok, you're watching a video and the follow button is right there. On Instagram, you have to click through to go to follow. So it's not as easy. I mean, following is so much easier on TikTok, but...
Well, they throw it in your face every time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also, back to the fake follower thing, it's like, sure, I get that's a status thing, and I get why brands do it if you need distributors to go to your account and see that you have a huge follower or whatever.
Yeah.
But it actually hurts you so severely because the Instagram algorithm, they'll push your content to 10% of your followers, and if they're not engaging, they'll stop, and they won't push it out to anyone else. So if 90% of your followers are fake, it's like you're going to have zero engagement. So you're only going to reach that 10% every single time.
Well, that was kind of one of the first things I think that you guys really worked on, was that
I wiped all of them.
We had a very poor manager for social media prior to, who was doing all these bots or whatever, fake followers. Mm-hmm. And it was almost like start anew, like just.
But I get, if you don't understand the algorithm, I get why that's a strategy. And I get why that's sort of like a status quo thing to have.
It's a good strategy to lose your job.
I don't get it for a brand.
Yeah.
I don't.
But But I think
because then you'll have to pay for your views and you'll have to pay for your likes and you'll just keep paying just to maintain a fake status.
Yeah.
So if you have the resources to do that and that's what you need to do for your brand, then I guess. But God, that's a expensive.
Yeah, that is.
It's not the way.
Just to keep it afloat. Yeah.
It's not the way to win. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Do
I
it
think
real, have some fun.
I mean, social media is necessary for a brand. I think. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially
yeah.
a dusty ass industry as far as marketing goes, like wine. We need more people to get into this
And to join into it and have fun with it, and then with collabing and all that.
Well,
I think that it's such a tight community in wine that people are actually embarrassed. Like, I was embarrassed in the beginning.
You should.
that goes back to being
Should we
behind the
wait,
camera.
Did you have your favorite? Should we end with your favorite video and your least favorite video?
Yes.
Wait, you have your least?
I have a favorite and a least.
I think that we should close on that because I would like to know. I've never even asked you that. What is your? What do you want to start with? Dealer's choice. You're the one that brought it up.
Wait, my favorite
No.
video? The excitement of and with the collaboration with Drink in Moderation, the wine shower, like the origin. I'm like big on the
All
old
of
school.
it is
There's
so
been
fun.
so many fun videos.
Yeah.
There's been so many fun laps and stuff. Us there with umbrella, years of videotaping. I mean, it was like crazy how that all went down. So I kind of went with that for starting with, but not to say I like a lot of them. They're fun. What was?
Can we pull some of these up?
Maybe we'll start with your favorite.
There's
and
a
then we'll be
story
surprised.
behind the
There's
least favorite.
Oh, this is your favorite? So it's a waxing one.
Flipping the top of the bottle sideways and the bottom of the bottle. It looks like the inverse of a red stripe bottle.
Yeah. Oh,
That is
Very
my
simple.
favorite video.
That's your
It's
favorite.
my favorite unique wax dip. I love the whole concept of the wax dipping. I thought the lighting was great. I thought the packaging was great. I thought it looked really pretty. The whole thing, my favorite.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna guess your least favorite is super cringy. Because you've made me do some
It's so
really cringy
cringy.
shit.
It's
And it's
so
not
cringy.
me. I'm telling everybody on this podcast right now that I'm not the one that comes up with the cringy ass shit. They
Yeah,
do.
Um,
They make me do
I
it,
I
and then
am
they
a
post
good
it.
cringe meter, though. I will not post things that
Oh.
are too cringe.
Okay.
Okay, let's.
Okay.
Unless I'm forced
And that's why the
to.
I feel-
comments are like,
Wait,
"This
wait,
is
wait.
so cringe."
Is this gonna? Who's gonna? Is this gonna be on me or is this him?
I will
What's his
not
name?
post.
Is it good?
I will not post a cringe video unless I'm forced to. Hit it, Art.
Oh,
And that is all
What?
queued up.
Wait. Ah! This is a video game.
Do you guys remember this?
Wait,
Tell the
wait.
story. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna tell the story. We're filming this shoot with Joe, right? And he's the boss. He wanted to do this bell glass. He's walking in circle in the winery with all the barrels, and at the end he just drinks out of the bell glass bottle.
Okay.
But he wanted to do this circling.
So I said, Joe, we need to do a video of you walking down the barrels, opening
Yeah.
the bottle. Just walking down straight, opening the bottle.
He wanted to walk.
And Joe goes, no, that sounds so boring. I'm going to do it in a circle. And so I'm videoing him walking in the circle. It's a back and forth. It's a back and forth where Joe goes, no, let's do it this way. I say, no, let's do it this way. And finally I say, all right, let's do both and we'll see how they perform. One of them got millions of views and that one got barely 4,000. Oh my god.
It was the same
so
content
funny.
as the.
Wait, where's the other one? I want to see the other one now. And why didn't you tell me this?
I go into work the next day and Chris just looks at me and starts busting up laughing. I was like, I told
What
you.
the-
Oh my god.
And it was the song Cars. Oh, I love this song too.
On the other one?
No, you're just going around in circles. And I feel I belong. You're having so much
going in a
fun. You guys were killing it.
I
bro.
remember when we were driving. Yeah. So you guys were actually doing a little fuckery there. Huh? Your music choice
You
played
got a
into
million
it.
views
Just
on the
driving
other
around
one.
in
No.
circles.
That music was #1 trending at the time because I had a feeling that would come into play. I was like, I'm gonna pick the top trending sound. I'm gonna give it everything I can.
I'm actually glad you kept that as a
Oh
surprise.
my god!
Oh, I remember doing that too.
Do you remember the next day I came into the office and you were just laughing so hard?
That's what's been good is about shooting this stuff. I love our group that we have. Like I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
If you agree, Joe, because you said how much
Absolutely.
you love us and how great we are, and you said something like didn't you say that we're the most powerful?
Oh yeah, what was that again?
Splank in marketing that you have.
Splank?
We're the
A splank? What's a splank?
What? Did you?
He knows what a splank is.
Wait, did you call us the most powerful tool of marketing? You are the most powerful tool, but but you said we really come on, just give us the compliment for the end.
Yeah, no, I thought you guys do a great job. I think there's still a hell of a lot we can accomplish.
Oh, that's not what he said.
All
right. Okay, we're in it. We're not even gonna do. Okay, usually we would do. If you're missing your horrible bosses, we'll get
those next time.
So,
but no, really. So
because like our horrible boss story is, well,
what is it from Sabina?
Well, now it is. Hold on, let me submit one.
No, so
I'm gonna write it down right now.
We do have a great team, and so if I'm preaching to anybody out there about what you should do if you got a business and you're in social media and you have a team that helps you out with it, you got to get good people, number one, and people that you trust in, you develop a relationship in, and feel totally comfortable in like opening yourself up, which in itself is hard enough to do, like especially in front of a camera. But once you get used to it, it's well worth it. But I think that's really the key to it is people that are understanding of whatever, because like we'll do 10 takes of a number of things, and like some of them might be inappropriate and some of them might be like I mean where it's like we're like afterwards just scrap that, like get rid of it.
Yeah.
And that is content that you guys could totally like, fuck with me over, right? Like that's what I think.
Yeah,
I am my own
but also,
biggest liability. Yeah.
We could post it and make you look super cringy. It's like we have your back.
Yeah. So I think that's the biggest part of it, and we do. I think have the best social media team in the industry. So thank you guys.
Did you hear it?
We will keep on.
I can't believe it.
We're gonna keep on watching and see what happens next. That's it.
I just want to keep it like a repeating clip.
Wait, one more time, but straight into the mic, please.
Say it just the way you said it last time.
Oh yeah.
Hi, yeah.
Come on, one last review. Come on, Sabina. That's how we're going out.
No.
I thought we were a team.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't do cringy things. That was 5 years ago.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody, on Go With Your Palate. Send us some comments if you guys have any questions. We could bring Sabina back on here. If you guys have questions about social media, it'd be great to get a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I feel like we just scratched the surface, got some ideas, all that shit. So
this might be the last time we saw Sabina. She's just
I know
in the Bahamas and
later.
I know.
And then your account.
She's just got the account and
got the money.
Yeah, the money coming in. Yeah.
But even if there's questions, like if you have a brand or if you're stuck on something, ask away. This is a great collective feedback.
Open invitation for any questions you have. Bring it. All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Big crew back there and there. Art, Chad.